Howdy folks, welcome to the Lake Country Bait Shop. We're making JB today, guys. I've been making that color, restocking last week, okay? And I thought, hey, why not just go fishing with it? All right, the water has some stain to it. It worked no problem, worked really good. So I've had plenty of leftovers. We're going to start with those. We're going to cook these down. I have to get them to about 340 degrees to get it all good and get all the lumps and stuff out of it. And then I'll probably end up putting it in the vacuum chamber after that, back here behind me. Get the bubbles out, and then we'll shoot them, alright? When I get this back to workable plastic, we're going to shoot it. Guys, it's raining. If y'all hear some strange noise, and it's very windy. It's the storm front that's coming through across the east. A lot of y'all have already gotten it. I seen when some people in Tennessee and all them got it yesterday. We're getting it today. Alright guys, I've been waiting for the rain to calm down. I told you it was rainy and windy. I got a metal roof on my shed, on my garage, so we're going to go for the best of it. I've been waiting for like 15 minutes. We're going for it. Alright. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the rain to stop before I open them. Y'all ready? Let's open this one right here. Closest one to us. Bam, look at that. Now it's been setting about a half an hour. I had to I pulled my translucent stuff off my boat to fish with Sam yesterday, and so I had to put all that back, my black box back. It took me about a half an hour. It was raining hard anyway. Yeah, aren't they pretty? Alright, that's the fun part about making baits, guys, is seeing what you come up with. But this is a nice color. You got that pearl belly. It looks like a shad. You got that darker back. You know, most fish are darker on the back anyway. I could shoot this in pearl with a black back. You know, but the June bug gives it color. You can see that you got a kind of a bluish tint, then it turns kind of a purple. And you got the red and purple and green flake in it. Yeah, it looks really pretty, doesn't it? Great bait, guys. Works great. And guys, there's a podcast called the Virginia DMV. I talked about it the other week. I think I gave y'all the wrong name. I'm not sure now. Anyway, check it out. They interviewed a couple guys that fish crappie tournaments in Virginia, and they've been doing well, and he gave me a shout out, so y'all check it out because he buys baits from me. There you go. Y'all might be surprised what he says his favorite color is. Yeah, you might be surprised. Toward the end, the guy starts asking what's their favorite colors and stuff, what they're catching them on. So there you go. Right now here, the fish are shallow. In this video coming up, you can see I was sitting in 6 to 7 foot water most of the time and catching these fish. We got fish on brush. We got fish that's real shallow. I can see them up moving around the bank in 3 to 4 foot of water. Very hard to catch right now. Okay, very hard to catch. I fished with Sam yesterday on Kerr Lake. We caught, I don't know, maybe 35 or 40. Same thing. He caught some nice ones. He caught all those nice fish, and you'll see that when we talk about in the video. But they're very hard to catch this time of year when they're trying to spawn. Some are spawning. I think some are on beds. Some want to get on beds. And they got spawning on their mind more than they do eating, right? And this is a great color. Try it, guys. It works great in light stain water. It'd be good on a cloudy day, right? Early in the morning, that type of thing. Even under a dock. It's darker under a dock, right? It's a place like this, it's going to be a good color, right? All right, guys. Y'all know the routine. 1 to 400. Leave your number. Make sure you subscribe. If that subscribe button is black, you're not subscribed. Hit that button, hit the bell. It'll notify you when I load, okay? Also, it's 1 guest per person, you know, and I have said 2 per household, but most, you know, some of y'all guys got a child or you got a 16-year-old in the house, something like that, that's fine. If he wants to, if he wants to subscribe, he needs to subscribe and leave a number, that's fine, all right? So there you go. Now, the only criteria I have is you can't go over the number. If it gives us 200 and you got 195 and somebody else has got 205, the 195 is going to win. We can't go over the number. That keeps fights down, guys, and arguments. Been doing that since the beginning. We're not going to change it, okay? I load these on Sunday morning at 6:45. Yes, 6:45. Wednesdays at 5 o'clock, I head downstairs in that area, set up, and I make the video, and I load it on Wednesday. Who wins? We do a random number draw. The number comes up. We go find the winner, okay? I film all that, load that on Thursday mornings. The day is Wednesday. I'm going to be doing that in, it's 3:30. Yeah, it ain't going to be long, is it? But an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, I'm going to be making this winner's video. Then I got to edit it, and that's why I do it at 5 o'clock. It takes some time, guys. It takes time for the encoding, takes time to load to YouTube. And I'll get all that loaded. I like to have it done by 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And then, hey, in case I ever have a problem, right? Then, y'all come on Thursday morning, check it out, and see if you won. All right? The person that won last week, I said, holler at me, email me. He never has. Luckily enough, I dug through my site. He has bought from me before, so I done mailed to him. It went out to him on Monday of this week. But the easiest thing you can do if you win, email me your address. Just automatically email it to me. I don't have to go searching for it. Okay? If you bought from me in the last 3 weeks, it's easy to find. If not, I got to go back through all these pages hunting for you. That's right. Hey, Dennis Fishing Lake Country. Hope y'all enjoy the fish catching after this. Cut some good ones. See y'all next time. Bam. Come on. Yeah, you are. You are, Crappie. I just finished the video, guys. I think I said that every fish. I'm fishing 7 foot of water. And as you can see right here, there's a lot of fish running right here. Some, I know there's white perch here, bass. Okay. All right, guys. Here's a color I haven't fished for a while. I'm trying to get to pull out some I haven't fished for a while. JB. I call it JB. It's in the Lake Country LC Shad. Lake Country Shad, LC Shad. It's got a pearl belly with a lot of glitter in it. And at the back is June bug. And it's a not real dark June bug. You can see through it just almost a little bit. But that's what makes June bug good. It looks like a blue sometimes, right? And then if you turn it sideways, it looks like a purple. You know? So, and that's what it is. It's a purple that has a blue tint to it, right? But anyway, it's a great color. I've got people that like it. I hear people comment about it. I mean, I sell a lot of it. Not as much as I think I should sell. There's about 6 or 8 colors that sell. There's 6 or 8 colors that sell a lot. We put it that way. There's 6 or 8 colors I make, but every 3 weeks, okay? Every month. And there's colors, I said this before, there's colors I've made one time in 2022 or 2023, and I usually make 25 bags at a time, that I still have 6 or 8 of those 25 bags. And when those colors done, I'm not making them no more. That's it. I'm doing away with those colors, if you know. But there's colors, guys, I make all the time. Yep. Blue Moon, Wally. Yep. Live bait, Mealtime, Banana Pepper. Some of the Banana Pepper Blue, that's a good one. It's selling good. Some of those colors that just keep selling. So, hey, that's what it's all about. So I'm trying to fish with some of the colors that don't seem to be quite as popular, just to show you all that they catch fish. This is a great color when the water has some stain to it. The water's not as bad as it looks. Right now, it's about 15-inch visibility. I could stay like this the rest of the year. It wouldn't bother me. I don't mind it at all. In fact, most guys that fish this type of water will tell you it's fine. You know, the fish got to eat. I had a guy ask me the other day, just yesterday, he saw the crappie biting, and I laughed a little bit. He said, he grinned, he said, I know they're biting, ain't they? I said, when do they stop biting? And I said, I'm going to ask you a question. He said, okay. I said, do you stop eating in the wintertime? He said, no. I said, they don't either. They don't need as much, but they're still going to eat. And I said, as soon as that water starts warming some, they start eating more, okay? And they get more aggressive. And I said, they've been that way since February. Since February, they've been pretty aggressive. Today, I've caught a lot of them I threw at. I've caught the first cast, like that one. I caught the first cast. And like I said, I'm on my second video this evening. Guys, I didn't come out here at 12 o'clock, after 12. I didn't leave my house till 12:30, because I just live at the back of this creek right here. This white boathouse y'all see in the back, you go around that turn, and my house is just up a couple. So I'm on the back of the creek. I'm not on the lake. I can put a canoe in and come out from my house, but it's so shallow there that I couldn't. I've seen people bring their boats up. I've looked back there and seen people's boats, in my backyard. But I wouldn't do it. They're just paddling along. They got 14 footers with little 25s and stuff like that on them. All right, let's see if we can come with another one. Put my spot lock on, so I must change the battery after this fish. Let's look, I had 20%. Oh, he's part bass. Did y'all see that? Come here. I'm gonna tell you what, they like this color in this stained water. This is a great light stain to even clear water on a cloudy day. He's about 11 and a half. All right, JB. Bam, I'm just holding on. All right, guys, I had my camera off. I just cut it back on. I do that when I change batteries sometimes. I just changed the battery, and I do that to save battery. I don't have but 3, and I got the other 2 on a charger. That's a crappie. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure when I cast at them sometimes. I'm gonna use my remote and hit the spot lock here. I'm not sure sometimes when I cast it. I'm just running around in a circle. This is why I caught started on the other video and caught the first fish. And these fish are acting really strange in the shallow water. Oh, the bait fell out of his mouth. He shook his head by the time I grabbed him. But there was 3 fish running together, and they was only about 3 foot deep. So usually that's a crappie. The fish running the bottom most of the time are white perch. And I see a lot of fish moving fast. I can see their tail moving. That's a bass. Now I get asked that. I talked about that in the last video. I get asked that a lot by the locals. Look how long that fish is. Great day. He's long. All right, guys, there you go. JB. That fish is long for how heavy he is, isn't he? Whew. Boy, you go grow up and be a big boy. That fish is probably a pound 4 ounces, pound 5 ounces. But look how long he is. Good gosh. All right, guys, I caught a 114 in the last video on a fat head. Yep. Chartreuse fat head. And I'm just trying to use colors that are good on a cloudy day and shallow water. And with stained water too. All right. I'm throwing a 1/32 ounce head. I know somebody's going to ask that. A 1/16 is way too much. This is a 1/32. Now this is a Jinko head. I told y'all I had some of these. I've been just using them up. Once this hook gets bent up some, that's the end of them. It's because it's got that sickle hook on. Once it's bent a few times, that's it. They'll break on you. Got to be careful. So, like, see here? All right, they're 30 foot. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just roaming around in circles. And they're shallow. I got to get reeling. And that fish there was 3 of them like that, and I started reeling them. When I reeled them past them, that new rolled up and grabbed it. Like, it's mine, it's mine. I'm catching most of them on the first cast. When it brings them past them. So they're going on. I ain't sure they're crappie. They're at 40 feet now. See how they're moving pretty fast? And crappie will do that. Don't get me wrong when I say, I'm not saying they won't move along fast, especially if they're spooked or whatever. But most of the time, they don't move that fast. These crappie was coming to me. They came into the scope about 50 feet. I got on 55 now. I usually run 50 feet like that. They came into the scope. I stopped and slowed down. When they got about 35 foot, I cast it. And when the bait got to him, I reeled it, had to catch up with him. And when I got it to him, I slowed it down above him. He just like, hey, look at there, free lunch. All right, look here. There's one hit 35 feet. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes I set, if I don't see anything in a little bit, and I reeled it in, I threw it too far. All right. Very hard to see your bait. There it comes. Okay, I'm gonna start reeling it. And he paid no attention to it. He never moved. So I can watch that mark. See how long that mark is? I can watch that mark and tell if that mark, he's moving to the left. If that mark starts flickering real hard, he's kicking his tail. And he's paying attention to the bait. Okay, I don't see my bait. I'm just reeling slow. Now, see what he's doing? He's moving. He made a move. Now, I don't know where he went. He made a move. I'm just going to keep reeling. See, he's hard to see right now. I can just flicker him once in a while. I'm reeling on in there because I know that I came that far. Now, he's seen my bait. He turned and come toward the boat. I seen him start flickering. Y'all got live scope. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's in a tough spot. Now, see how hard he is to see now? He's either coming straight at me. Yeah, he's coming straight up because he's getting closer. Then get hard to see some. Now, he's turning a little bit. I'm not sure that's a crappie. We'll see. I'm right there. I see my bait that time. He's seen it. He's close to him. But if they see your bait and make a turn to look at it, that's what you're seeing. They see it and they're making a turn to look at it or follow it. That causes a lot of stir. Here comes something in here. So I'm seeing a lot of fish, just all of them are not crappie. Bam. I like this, yeah. I seen this fish fooling around out to about 45, 50 feet. I tried to get a little closer. I got to about 35 feet. And because he kept going to the bottom, coming back up, and I figured it was a crappie because he'd hang off the bottom for a little bit and he'd go back to the bottom, and it's a stump there. And I thought, what is he doing? I'll get a little closer so I can control the bait better, and brought it right past him. He rolled right up and grabbed it. He read the book. That's a nice crappie. Nothing wrong with him. Not a thing wrong with him. He's 12 and a half. 12 and 3/8. Nothing wrong with that fish. Bam. Bam. All right, guys. It's been about 10 minutes between this one. I'm going about 10, 15 minutes per fish. Threw it a couple other ones that didn't pay much attention to me. A couple of them moved. Haven't had much of that today, though. Most of them follow me a little ways, or 5 feet or so, and turn their back. But I have had a couple just turn and run. Like, nah, want nothing to do with it. And there are probably fish that's been hooked before, been spooked. There's a couple other boats. There's 2 boats up here in front of me. One guy is spider rigging. He came up through here and you can't quite see him now. Well, I can see him. I don't think y'all can. He's lined up with the boathouse up here now. I can see his clothing color standing out there. But he's lined up with Raleigh's boathouse there. Yeah, I've painted that boathouse too. I've painted that boathouse a couple times too. All right, in the house. Let's come in. This is, my line dropped out of my hand, guys. My bait dropped out of his hand. Went around my rod here. But anyway, still throwing. I'm not gonna try to untangle it. Here to get this fish back. Still throwing JB. That's a nice fish. Old JB's doing good. That's probably a 13 and a half. 13 3/4 right there. Bam. Yeah, these are big females back here, guys. Pre-spawn, just roaming around. They're everywhere. And you just got to kick around till you see them. A lot of them are, I'm not going to say they're spooky, but a lot of them, when you see the boat or get close to them, will just slowly move off. It's like they heard the boat, been there, done that, don't want nothing to do with it. Right? I don't know about this one either. I hope it's a crappie. He followed it a long ways and quit on it. I thought, it don't quite look like a crappie, Mark, but he got pretty close to me. Could be. I'll tell you, when they get close to you, yep, it is a crappie. I'm telling you. When shallow water, guys, they look totally different. There's a pig, too. No wonder. He followed me, and I could see his tail moving. I thought, well, he could be a bass, but it looks like a crappie by the mark. And then he swiped at it. And he bumped it, and I set the hook, and I didn't get him. So I threw back. I said, he'll never hit it again. So I threw back at him, and come past him, and he turned around and grabbed it. I was really surprised. And that's a pig, too. Man, that's a good one to end on, guys. Look at that pig. This is JB. Bam. Old cloudy day, stained water. June bug with a pearl belly. I call it JB. All right. I don't know what he weighed, guys. He's about a pound, and I'm gonna say 1 pound and 6 ounces. I'm just gonna check him. All right, guys. He's a good one. He was 1 pound 4. 1 pound 4 ounces. He takes a lot of crappie to make 1.5 pounds, doesn't it? And that's a nice crappie. He's 13 3/4. He in that area, pushing 14, but he's fat. He had a good set of eggs. Nice eggs, fat with eggs. Plus he was pretty thick. I figured he might weigh a few more ounces than that, but you never know. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Here's a color I haven't fished with for a long time, JB. It's in the LC Shad group. If it has a different tail color, then it's in hot tails. Okay, like grenada bugs in hot tails. A lot of people come and comment to me, email me. I'm trying to find grenada bug and I can't find it. It's got a pearl tail. It's got a different colored tail. The tail, I put the tail in the mold separate. Y'all seen me do it? Put the mold tail in, and then we shoot the body colors. If I got to do that, it's called a hot tail because it's got a separate tail color. Grenada bug's in that. Blue mist is in that. Okay, winter, stuff like that. JB is in LC Shad. It's just a laminated color, 2 colors, all right? June bug over pearl, and it's a solid pearl. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your comments. Leave a comment, I'll answer it. Okay, I'll say, hey, appreciate you or something. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't shared it with a friend, tell a crap friend that likes to fish. I was going to say tell a crappy friend. That don't sound good. Tell a crappy. tell a friend that likes to crappie fish. That sounds better. Hey, I had a woman at that dock right there. I live in that subdivision right there, guys. The boat ramp I put in right there. And look, I idled over here and that's it. And a woman come down there one day and I was loading the boat and she said, I heard you was a crappie fisherman. I said, well, I hope I'm better than that. And she started laughing. She said, no, that didn't come out right. She said, I heard you was one of the best crappie fishermen on the lake. I said, well, I don't know about that. I said, I understand what you were saying. And she laughed and I laughed. And her husband, we all sat there and laughed back for a minute. But I said, I do a lot of it. I don't know if I'm the best on the lake, but I do a lot of it. All right, guys, see y'all next time. The old crappie fisherman. The old crappie fisherman. See y'all next time.